Body planes and axis. Frontal axis. The frontal axis is also referred to the lateral and coronal axis. It is intersects the sagittal plane at right angle. If the sagittal plane runs from front to back, the frontal axis must run from side to side to intersect the frontal plane at right angle. You may want to memorize that frontal axis runs to side, like frontal plane intersecting the sagittal plane. Movement in the sagittal plane, it is around the frontal axis rotation. As the elbow flex as extend in the sagittal plane, it is actually retaining around the frontal axis. Transverse plane. Description. The transverse plane is passes through the body in a line parallel to the floor, dividing the body into top-bottom portion. Example, twisting or rotational movement occur in the transverse plane, such as twisting your head from side to side. Sagittal plane. Description. The sagittal plane passes through the body from front to back, dividing body into left and right portion. Example, front to back movement occur in the sagittal plane, such as walking, pushing, pulling, and squatting. Sagittal axis, also referred as the anteroposterior axis. The sagittal axis intersects the frontal plane at a right angle. If the frontal plane runs from side to side, the sagittal axis must run from back to back, intersect the frontal plane at right angle. You may want to memorize that the sagittal axis runs front to back, like sagittal plane intersecting the frontal plane. Movement in the frontal plane, it's around the sagittal axis of rotation. An example will be the arm adducting at the shoulder, as in a jumping jack. The movement, it is the frontal plane, but the humerus rotates around the sagittal axis, which runs from back. Frontal plane. Description. The frontal plane passes through the body from left to right, dividing the body into anterior and posterior portion. Example, side to side movement occur in the frontal plane, such as raising your arms or legs out to the side, like in the star jump. Longitudinal axis may refers to in autonomy going from head to tail. See an autonomy terms of location and axis. In aviation, nose to tail of plane. See flight control surface. Longitudinal axis in geography, an imaginary lines passing through the centroid of a cross section along the long axis of an object.